Folks, it's Jackie the Hot Tub Lady, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited you're here, and boy do I have the most valuable video for you today that I have ever done. And I'm going to talk about how to keep your hot tub from freezing this winter, and it's going to be super valuable, and I really want you guys to stick around, and please be sure to stick around to the very end, because I'm going to tell you how this baby here could save you thousands. So stick around, shoot me a thumbs up, and I will be right back. So folks, hey, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. And if you get a second, take a moment, hit the subscribe button. It helps me out so much, and it'll help you get more valuable information like this out to you so that you can actually save money and be super great hot tub owners. I do put videos out at least once a week, and sometimes a bonus wellness video on Sundays. So by all means, hit the subscribe button so you never miss anything, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. So today's video is probably the most important video, or the most valuable video that I've done out of all my hundreds of videos. Today's video is how to keep your hot tub from freezing this winter. And you know, it's 2020, and I can tell you that there have been hundreds of thousands of hot tubs sold. It's December of 2020, and hundreds of thousands of hot tubs have been sold in the US, in fact all over the world. So these are a few tips that you maybe not be aware of. In fact, I about guarantee you're going to learn a few things here. Tip number one, this is our number one service call. It is to clean your filters. I mean, this is a very dirty filter, and I guarantee you that there is a lot more dirty filters out in the world than there is this one right here. So filters is our number one service call in the winter. Most people don't realize this, but when your filters are dirty, it can shut the heater down. And when it shuts the heater down and it's 40 below, which it does happen here in South Dakota, that's a bad thing. That doesn't work very well at all. I will link a video up here where I go into extreme detail on how to clean a filter. Super important. Please either have a second filter ready to go at your house, a second set, have that ready to go, or be willing to clean your filter a minimum of once a month. So that's tip number one. That's the easiest thing you can do. Clean your filter once a month, and you're not going to have any issues. Tip number two is to actually monitor your hot tub. This is a huge, huge deal. If you're lucky enough to have a hot springs or a caldera, maybe, you get a ready light. So something like this guy right here, this is amazing. This is, all I have to do is look out the window. This thing's lit up. I know my hot tub's hot. I know it's ready to go. Huge tip that I've given a lot of people is just to buy an inexpensive Nest outdoor camera, or some type of outdoor camera. Hook it up so you can actually monitor that light from your phone. So that's another really big thing to do. Minimum, check your hot tub, using it or not, check your hot tub every 7 days, especially during the super cold winter. Super important. Make sure you check that hot tub a minimum of every 7 days. And if you want to hack it all, invest in one of these. This is the ICare water monitoring system. It tests your water every hour on the hour, tells you exactly what to do. I'll link that down below as well. But the coolest thing about this, especially for those of us that live in the Midwest, it monitors your temperature. And if you really want to, you can share your code with us, and we can actually monitor your temperature for you as well. So if it gets too low, we'll give you a holler and say, hey, go check out your hot tub. But that's pretty cool thing. Again, I'll link that down below, but I'm going to throw that back in my hot tub so things are good to go. So step number one, clean your filter. Step number two, monitor your hot tub. If your hot tub does shut down, and it's a quality hot tub, so quality hot tub, like a hot springs, a limelight, a caldera, something that's super well insulated. Even here in South Dakota, when it gets freezing cold for months on end, you have 14 days, 12 to 14 days before that hot tub will freeze at 100 degrees. So if you're at 101 degrees, the power goes out, and you don't open the cover. You don't want to have your cover open like this. You want to leave your covers closed as much as possible, but you have about 14 days before it will freeze. The two things that cause your hot tub to freeze without losing power are, one, you guessed it, a dirty filter, and two, our number two service call is not enough water in your hot tub. And you can actually see mine right now. If you, I'll kind of put an arrow, but I'm actually a little bit low. I need to actually add, 15 gallons of water to this hot tub. And it's really important that I do that, because if I don't, I can actually end up shutting the pump down. When I shut the pump down, the heater shuts off, and there we go. We're into freezing mode. And again, my ready light would tell me that my heater's not working. But those are all some cool things. Not everybody has a ready light, but if you're monitoring your hot tub every 7 days or so, you'll know if it's running or not running. So those are my tips to keep you from getting to the point that you're actually in a freezing mode. And now what I'm really going to share with you is probably the most valuable thing that you can get from any hot tub dealer. And not all hot tub dealers do this, so it's kind of actually a good idea to even have your own ready to go. So this isn't anything fancy. This is called a freeze guard kit. And this, you guys, it's going to cost you about $150 to have this, but if you have this in your house and your hot tub would happen to go into freeze, and we've even defrosted frozen hot tubs with this. But what's in this? It's a 5-gallon bucket. It is a tank heater, and it's really important that you get the one that gets hot enough. Any of you people that have ever been in the agriculture industry, there's cattle tank heaters out there, and they'll just keep the water at 35 degrees. That's not warm enough. You need your water to be warmer. So you're going to take this tank heater, and I'll link a description down below, but it's really important, and where you can buy one of these, but it's really important you get the right one. You're going to take this and you're going to actually put it inside your bucket with some weight. So you can see I got a brick in there, brick, rock, not sand or something like that, but something that's solid. And I'm going to put this heater inside the bucket and fill that bucket with water and sink it to the bottom of the hot tub. The reason you put it in a bucket is sometimes if the hot tub does end up freezing, it can go into freeze guard protection, and when it does that, it'll actually drain your hot tub. And so when draining your hot tub, and this is all of a sudden sitting up against the shell with no water around it, it could actually burn a hole in the shell. So if you have it in the bucket, then with water, you're never going to have that issue. So that's a big thing. This will buy you a lot of time. So at our dealership, if somebody calls in their hot tub, they haven't checked it, and it's now day 14, and their hot tub's at 30 degrees, well, it's not going to be 30. Let's say their hot tub's at 42 degrees, and we can't get to them today. So we'll send them home with one of these. We actually, a security deposit, we'll actually let you have it for free, but we just have to have a security deposit. Once you bring it back, we'll give you your deposit back. But it's not a bad idea just to have one of these in your garage. So a heater like this, so that's step one of the freeze guard kit. And then we also put in a very small space heater. We don't want anything that'll get overly hot, and we just want it to, we'll just put it down in the equipment compartment. And we don't do this every time, but we get to those 42 below months that we have here in South Dakota, and we'll actually put this down in the equipment compartment. This isn't a permanent solution. This isn't going to get you completely through the winter, but what it is going to do is going to keep you from freezing. This is one of our biggest hacks as a dealership that we have that solves all the world's problems and buys everybody time, and it saves you from freezing your hot tub, having to do an insurance claim, and having to replace your hot tub completely. So again, huge things. I think this will save your hot tub if you ever get to that point that it freezes. Be proactive. Keep your filters clean, keep your water level full, and monitor your hot tub, and you're never gonna even need to get to this point. But if you do get to this point, and the trick is to have it around and not try to find it after it's too late. So spend a few bucks, have it in the garage. You may never need it. You may never need it, but it's total peace of mind knowing that you have it, and you're never gonna have to worry about your hot tub freezing, especially if you live a few miles away from the dealership, which we serve a pretty big rural area. So that's kind of a big deal. But it's real simple. Just throw the bucket in the hot tub. Even if you have to break through a layer of ice to do so, it will heat it back up. So it's a good thing to do, and I really hope you guys found found this helpful. And hey, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe. And just remember, I love all of you, and keep making life epic.